My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
You're not fucking ready for me to go off on this shit.
Journey to face the unknown and ponder the question. What if?
Salutations everyone, I'm Nirabikoshi, and welcome back to where we regretfully ponder the question of what if. Now, I might be over-exaggerating. Maybe I'm just being a bit of an asshole when it comes to this episode.
He's an asshole.
But I'm gonna say it right here, this is probably my least favorite what if episode. Does it rank higher than the Captain Carter episode? Oh yeah, totally. It still does. I don't think anything can be lower than the Captain Carter episode. I don't think anything can be lower than that, because at least this one does the what if better and does it interesting. But let me explain to you this. Oh, first off, spoilers if you don't want to be spoiled, but trust me, I don't know if you should miss this episode or not. And I'm going to be talking about an ending that I swear to God, if it doesn't follow through, if they do not continue that, I will be pissed. But let me say this. I'm going to go off on this episode. Like, I'm going to fucking go off on this fucking episode and how much I do not like it. So, this is what if Thor was an only child. As in, what if Odin was like, yeah, I don't need another son. I'm just gonna go and give him back to the frost giants, and that's it. Like, they can take Loki, they can have him. And you would think, like, oh, Loki's gonna be evil, Loki's gonna be a total asshole. No. He becomes Loki, but kind of more flamboyant. He's an ice giant now, he's a frost giant now, but he's more flamboyant. He is friends with Thor. He makes the joke, brother from another mother, Christ.
My brother from another mother? What the daisy, baby? Show me that, So, what's going down? Hey, baby, this is all gravy today. Now, snap your fin right on the... Snap it!
I don't think I would. I don't think I have the strength to put clips of this episode at all. When talking about this, I don't think I can, because this hurts me so much. It started out fine. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, why is Thor more of a party god? Why is he so cool? Why is he so fun? It's because he didn't have Loki, which is kind of weird, because it made, like, during their childhood, I guess, having Loki as a brother did make Thor the man he was today. The man he goes and it's taking more responsibility. Sure, he started out arrogant at first, but then he started to grow more responsible and become better as a god, and hell, even act more like a king and becoming stronger than what he was. And he actually starts to be more, like a king, which is cool. I do enjoy that. I did like that. And it shows that Thor probably had to grow up early at a certain age of his time to learn, after following Loki's tricks and mischief and all that, that he started to become more of the technically responsible big brother, basically. But without his mischievous brother that he never got to be with, he started to become more arrogant, more irresponsible, and more of an alcoholic party dude. Basically like a... what are they called? the freaking the jocks. Yeah, he became basically a freaking jock.
You gonna eat this? And what did your boyfriend say when you told him you're moving to Sherwood, Ohio?
It's silly at first, but mainly because I think it's funny to me is because Chris Hemsworth really came back to play Thor. Even Natalie Portman, shockingly, Natalie Portman coming back to do voice lines to be Jane Foster again. I honestly wasn't expecting her to return. Of all the people I didn't expect to return after Marvel technically had screwed her over with Thor: The Dark World, I did not expect her to actually return. I mean, I know she's going to return in the next Thor movie, Love and Thunder, which she's going to play a bigger role in that than what she was previously in the last two movies. But I think that but here in this one, it's so weird. Because, like, acts the same. She's still the same character she was in the films. It's just she's more swooned to Thor after a couple drinks in, getting drunk, getting probably regrettable tattoos with Thor at the same night. Freaking Kat Dennings marries Howard the Duck. Which... Once you go duck, I swear, if Darcy actually had sex with Howard the Duck, that is gonna be very awkward conversation the next day. Oh shit, it did happen. Because Howard the Duck was drinking. He's like, well, look who's come back.
Fuck a duck.
Oh god, I think that was funny. It started out funny. Not gonna lie, the episode did start out pretty funny. It started out pretty interesting about that. But then it just continues. This was a long as hell episode, 30 minutes, which obviously, yeah, that's the basic runtime for almost all these episodes of What If, but God, it just hinders on one joke. Thor is irresponsible. He loves to party, loves to get drunk with his friends. And that's it. That's the joke. It's like you took all of the comedy in every Marvel movie. Like every Marvel movie after... Basically every Marvel movie after the Avengers, basically. Like, if you took all the comedy that is so forced and just annoys you with jokes that you don't laugh at and you just want the movie to get on with it, or at least try to be serious in some scenes. This is all the Marvel Cinematic Universe comedy. This is all the Joss Whedon, the freaking Thor: The Dark World shitty humor that was in it, or the freaking Iron Man 3 kind of... Well, Iron Man 3 wasn't that bad with its humor because, again, it was Tony Stark, but whatever. All the terrible humor that they shoved down and forced in and just put in the movie that isn't hilarious, that isn't funny. And I'm not saying that all the comedy in MCU is bad, but this is like if they took all the unfunny, canned laughter jokes that feel like they're waiting for some kind of laugh track to happen. This is like that. But if it was made into a 30-minute episode, do you think I'm exaggerating? No. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just annoyed. But it was so bad. Like, I couldn't stand it. I continuously check the timer just to see, oh crap, what is going on? What is happening? When is it gonna end? And it just annoyed the hell out of me. All the humor I did laugh at one scene that made me laugh because it's a joke that you won't understand, but if you actually saw the movie, but when I saw Rocket Raccoon in the sink, passed out in a hotel room where it's all in shambles, like the hotel room is fucking destroyed. I laughed so hard at that joke because because they're in Vegas. And I laughed like, oh right, Rocket is voiced by Bradley Cooper, and Bradley Cooper was in a movie called The Hangover, where everything is like where they wake up in their hotel room and it's all destroyed and like really up in smoke. Like the whole room is like in total chaos and total disarray. And I did love that because I was laughing so hard, like, ha, it's funny because he was in Hangover. I mean, yeah, that's a terrible way to laugh at that, but I kind of laughed because it kind of gave me a chuckle with me because I'm like thinking, oh wow, they really had to do it. Nick Fury got attacked by Korg. Like Korg was trying to do a cannonball in the water, and then Fury was knocked down unconscious after getting hit by him. And then Maria Hill becomes the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's not dead, he's just unconscious. I'm sorry, this episode dragged. All this humor, all the jokes, the dialogue just is annoying. And the weirdest thing is, Kat Dennings isn't the annoying one in the episode, which is the most shocking thing to me. I never liked her in Thor. I never liked her in Thor: The Dark World. But once I saw her in WandaVision, she became funny, and she became actually a useful character that is actually pretty smart, which is surprising to me, but it was a welcome surprise, honestly. Here, she is still stupid, but she honestly gets a few good laughs here and there, which is really shocking of me to say because I really don't like Kat Dennings' work. Like, I don't hate her as a person, I just hate the work she does most of the time. But right now, she's honestly been growing on to me recently after recent work she's done. And is there any big stakes to this episode? Nothing. Nothing like Captain Carter, like at least Captain Carter has some kind of stakes locked into it. At least Captain Carter has something cool a bit here and there. Steve Rogers becoming the Ironmonger, basically. The freaking Red Skull unleashing a giant tentacle monster, which we get to see again in the Doctor Strange episode. Like, there were a few good things here and there in this series, in that episode. Here, it's just, here's the cameos of all the different characters that were in other Marvel movies here to make their voice appearances. And the weirdest thing is, it's a big all-star cast in this episode. And you know what the worst thing is? They only get a few lines. I thought Jeff Goldblum was going to have more lines. Nope. He just has a few lines. And he's a DJ, which is pretty cool to see Jeff Goldblum become a DJ in this episode. And he releases like foam bubbles in a dance room, which is hilarious. Like, just Jeff Goldblum just gets close to the mic and he's like, release the foam. I don't know why, that just made me laugh a bit. Jeff Goldblum just being a DJ. I don't know why. It's the simple visual humor that sometimes makes me laugh, but then there are other times where Thor just straight up annoys me. And then Captain Marvel and Thor have this like pointless fight that lasts for too long that you start to get bored with it. And then like he starts to go to war basically with Shield because his parties are like causing an anomaly. Am I saying it right? An anomaly. Fucking my life, I can't speak today. It causes an anomaly on Earth that is affecting us, and it's probably going to destroy us because his partying is too hardcore. That's not a joke. That's literally a line that was said. And so Jane Foster goes and tells on Thor by snitching on him to his mother, and Thor goes and puts everything back together and fixes the planet so his mother doesn't get pissed at him, which becomes the basic cliche of like, we're gonna clean everything in the house to make it look nice and perfect, but we're gonna leave one bit of evidence that's gonna get us in trouble. Look at that. That cliche happened, which annoys me because I see that stupid cliche in movies countless of times. Oh no, we had a big party. Oh no, our parents comes home early and we have to hurry up and clean up the house before things get destroyed. And then Christ. Thor's hammer is covered in all this weird shit. And he gets in trouble, which really is no fucking shock. God. That's all this episode is. It's all just one repetitive joke. Thor is loved by everyone because he's a cool party guy. Even like people you would think would be the villains or be a bad guy, they would go and kill him, but they don't. They just party with him. Except Captain Marvel, because they call her the party pooper. And then something pisses me off. Because I really hope this isn't a fucking tease. And I really hope to God it isn't a tease. Because if this is a tease and we're not going to see it follow through, I'm going to be mad. But guess who shows up at the end of the episode about to destroy the world? It's fucking Ultron. That's right. Ultron. Ultron comes out of a portal. He's got all the Infinity Stones on his chest. He's got all his robot buddies with him. And he's about to take over the world. And you hear that cool voice. I think it's James Spader. I don't know if it's him. But you hear him being menacing and evil. And you see him come out of that portal like a badass. And then episode ends. Like that. Done. Finito. Gone. And I'm really gonna be pissed. Because let's face it. We had one where Thanos was a zombie. We had Peter Quill's dad, Ego the Living Planet, come to claim him because, you know, Peter didn't become Star-Lord. What else do we had? Oh yeah, Loki takes over Earth because all the Avengers died. What else? Oh yeah, Doctor Strange basically destroys the entire universe and now he's stuck in nothing but a black void just to be left to sulk by himself. And Killmonger kills Tony Stark, Rhodey, Black Panther, and he starts to gain control and he becomes the next Black Panther. Like, those are like villains that have clearly look like they're not going to return in future episodes. And I'm starting to assume maybe they won't, maybe they will, who knows. But there is a trailer that shows that Thor is going to meet Doctor Strange, the evil Doctor Strange. People call him Supreme Strange, I think. And if that isn't about they gotta stop Ultron from taking over the universe, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be mad. But the coolest thing I didn't expect from Ultron that shocked me was that inside his body is Vision, which is weird. I don't know why he needed to build Vision. Like, Ultron is like all powerful, and you think like, oh, wouldn't he need the Mind Stone anyway? Shouldn't he just put that on his chest? No, he just has Vision inside his body, which is kind of odd and very complicated. Why does he need Vision inside of him? That did not sound right, but it did look cool. But it pisses me off thinking, are we gonna not see that? Is that the only time we're gonna see this cool looking Ultron? He's on the fucking poster, by the way. He's in like the poster that you see when you go on Disney Plus and then you click and you see all the characters on the poster. And in the background you see freaking Ultron with a freaking lance. And it looks so cool. Please tell me he is not just a tease. Please, I want to see Ultron done right. I want to see Ultron just fucking murder people. I just want to see Ultron be a badass, just for once. Unlike stupid Age of Ultron that just completely nerfed him. I want to see him go hard, man. Like, go X Games mode on everyone. Like, it would have been so cool to see that in Age of Ultron, but no. Joss Whedon's like, nope, we're gonna nerf him. We're gonna nerf the shit out of Ultron, and it's gonna be the worst thing you'll ever experience. Ever. Please. The future episodes of What If, because I know we're soon in the home stretch of it ending, but I better see more Ultron. Like, I'm serious. It would be awesome to. This episode gets a 2.6 out of 10. I just didn't like it. You may think it's because, like, wow, you're cynical. You don't like Marvel's humor. I do, sometimes. But they need to work on their timing. Like, I saw Black Widow, and we had, like, a horrible scene where freaking Black Widow's sister, Yelena, was, like, talking about how she was freaking castrated. How they removed her freaking ovaries to prevent her from getting pregnant and shit. So she can be a better soldier. A better freaking killer. And they just joke about it. It could have been a tragic scene. It could have been an emotional, heartbreaking scene. But instead, they just treat it as like, lol, it's a joke. It's humor. Let's just make it funny. Like that, I didn't like. Sometimes the MCU needs to work on its timing with jokes. And sometimes make a scene serious because it needs to be serious. That's all I ask. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this. I'm Near Bikoshi. I'll see you Wolfpack in the next one. Ciao, darlings. And remember, you are loved. Just like how Thor loves to party.